We came to show you the typical Spanish town to live in. Welcome to Aspe. Welcome back to the channel Spain Unlocked. My name is Anna and today we will give you a full tour down a loveliest, authentic Spanish village with all the basic services. We are located in Aspe, in the province of Alicante, in the Valencian community, which is southeastern Spain. This place is around 25 kilometers inland from Alicante city and about 30 minutes drive to the Mediterranean coast as per se. Very close to the towns of Elche and Novelda, which you will also shortly see here on the channel. The population of this village is around 20,500 residents, which is considered technically a medium/small town, big enough for services but still has an authentic village feel. This place is growing slowly thanks to new residents moving from other parts of Spain or even from abroad. Aspe is not a touristy or international as the coastal towns might be, so obviously foreign community here is way smaller than in places like Torrevieja, Benidorm, Alicante, even Altea. However, there is a small international community here, mostly British, Dutch, some Belgian and German residents. And surprisingly, or maybe not, many foreign buyers choose Aspe due to some of the reasons. For example, lower property prices than the coast, especially if you do not need to be by the seashore as per se, and if having the view of the sea is not something essential for you guys. Lower property prices means that you will be able to purchase way better property for less amount of money than it would be by the seaside. This place is packed up with services, and while we're giving you the information, you're able to see plenty of these, such as this local supermarket for fruit and fresh seasonal vegetables. This place also has an authentic Spanish atmosphere, which is what a lot of people are looking for whenever they're planning to relocate to Spain. Authentic Spanish small town village with not a lot of tourism, quiet place to live, nice old historical buildings, cozy streets, squares, parks, alleys, and just a typical feel that you are actually in Spain. This atmosphere is what makes many people move to Aspe. There's also an easy access to Alicante city and the airport. It is not too close as you could have seen. However, there is an easy access, and there's an easy access towards the national main roads and the highway, which is called autopista in Spanish, so that you could comfortably get to your destination point. What about the climate, will you ask? Well, obviously we are on the Mediterranean Sea, so we have a typical Mediterranean climate here. There is quite hot and dry summers because the sea is not nearby, so it's drier, which means it's slightly easier to tolerate. And there's mild winters. In summer, the temperatures are quite high, it's between 30 and 35 degrees. Winter, daytime, around 15, 18 more or less, which is the overall average temperature in our region for the winter. The rain can come to the area. However, it's not like we have tropical storms out here. Not at all. This place is ideal for people looking for dry heat and fewer humid days than the coast. And there's over 300 sunny days a year in Aspe, more or less the same as in all our coastal area here in the province of Alicante. In Benidorm, it's even more than 320, but 300 days of sunshine, it's actually something really, really nice. It's 10 months of sunshine minimum. Let's talk about the services that this place has. Obviously, there's pharmacies. You just seen one, by the way. There's the tobacco places and shops of different kinds to buy fresh newspapers, magazines, snacks, lottery, offices. If you are the one who would wants to try your luck, maybe you will be the lucky winner. There's many bars, restaurants, and cafeterias, mainly local Spanish ones, which is also the why it still has the essence. Look at these gorgeous squares with some natural shade. And these typical squares have some businesses that have been here for decades. This is a gorgeous place to live. Obviously, there's also shops, banks, pharmacies, as the one that we've seen right now. There's weekly open air market that has seasonal fresh fruit and vegetables, some snacks, olives. You could buy churros with chocolate, even some plants and flowers to make your house, your home, even more comfortably looking. There's supermarkets such as Mercadona, Lidl, local small stores as the one that we've seen, such as Fruteria, which is the name of the place that sells fruit and also vegetables. Plus, there is a health center and private medical services here in the town, in the village. There's historical buildings like churches, that the ones that we've just seen right now. Obviously, there's shops and commercial areas in case you want to purchase some clothes, accessories, shoes, etc. Also, this is a place where you can go to the gym. There's also physiotherapists, there's optics, there's plenty of services that you might need here in place. It's also very well known with local fiestas and cultural events throughout the year. This feels like very traditional and very Spanish, which is why so many people are coming here to live in Aspe. As for the transport and accessibility, I know this is also one of the most important points for a lot of people. There's no train station in Aspe itself, but the nearest train stations are in Elche and Alicante, which is 10 and 25 kilometers away. There is a bus connection where Aspe connects to nearby towns like Elche, Novelda, and Alicante. And there's also Alicante Airport, which is around 25 kilometers away from here, which is easy for international travel especially. Public and private schools available. No international schools directly here in Aspe, but they are in Elche and Alicante city. And many people use these simply because school offers a transportation to and even from nearby villages. This is a real possibility. And if not, there's public school here as well. As for the property market here is significantly cheaper than on the coast. Just let me tell you that typical prices for apartments in town vary from 70,000 to 120,000, whereas in our area of Alicante and the coastal villages, it might be from 130 and upwards, way upwards. Townhouses here cost around 100 to 160,000 euros, which is also incredible price. And villas with plots outside town from 180,000 euros upwards. This is incredible. These prices are absolutely incredible. And this is why there is a growing interest from international buyers for this type of place in order to relocate and live here a whole year long. This place offers a lower cost of living than other coastal areas. And now let's talk about the properties themselves. What can you actually find? And just a few examples of what you can expect for property purchase and also for rent for long term in this area. For sale, there are plenty of properties around 200, and this specifically knowing that it's not a biggest place as per se. And prices here for sale do range from as low as 38,000 or 50,000 euros. But these properties are occupied, so you cannot technically go inside. You would need to go for a to court. You would need to go to court directly to be able to take these people out of your property. However, some properties that do need a tiniest bit of refurbishment, mostly in the kitchen, 65,000 euros, 3 bedrooms, 73 square meters, 4th floor without elevator, and it's quite a big property, honestly. A slightly bigger property, but also 3 bedrooms, this time 110 square meters, 6th floor with elevator, slightly older, 75,000 euros. You can find these. 80,000 euros would cost a property with a garage included, 4 bedrooms, which is quite big. It's for a big family. Low floor, 117 square meters, also quite of an older state, but you could technically renovate it very, very well. 90,000 euros, you could find properties starting from 2 bedrooms, 80 square meters. It's a newer property, 3rd floor with elevator, and already more renovated, let's say like these properties do actually have a price starting from 100,000 euros. For example, this one is 110,000 euros without a garage, but it's optional. You can purchase it separately for 12,000. This place here is 4 bedrooms, 110 square meters, 2nd floor without elevator. And if you want something that's been renovated recently or fully renovated, 120,000 euros, 3 bedrooms, 92 square meters, 2nd floor with elevator, absolutely fully renovated property, recently painted without any kind of furniture, all brand new for you to enjoy it. There are also attics, last floor apartments, and duplexes, which is like a 2-floor apartment. However, all 3 that are available, they do not have any kind of elevator inside. The attic for slightly less than 120,000 euros with a gorgeous terrace and a lot of possibilities. 5 bedrooms, 138 square meters. It's actually a very, very nice property, and it doesn't cost that much. And the duplex, which is another example, 3 bedrooms, 117 square meters, also doesn't need any kind of immediate renovation as per se. Is 1st floor without elevator. So this is like one of the lower buildings that you see. 2-floor apartment, feels like a house. And speaking about which, let's see how much do houses cost here. And honestly, you can find some of them for like 30, 40, 50, even 60,000 euros. But these are houses that do require quite a bit of a renovation. These are the properties that are really, really old and are not the best unless you really want to invest and then just change it completely and resell it. Or maybe if you do not have a lot of money and you just desperately need some kind of a place to live. So all the places that are up until 140,000 euros, which is this one here, outside Aspe, fully renovated property, 4 bedrooms, 150 square meters. This is a house that's slightly less than 140,000 euros. And this one is available also for a rent with the purchase option as per se. Let's go over the rent really quick. Right now, since it is summertime, there's not a lot left to rent, honestly. And mostly it's some rooms in shared apartments. The only thing that's left is a house, independent house with garage included, 4 bedrooms, 230 square meters, 1,500 euros a month. And then there are some rooms, and the cheapest room, for example, is just 150 euros a month in an 8-bedroom house that's been recently refurbished. Let us know if you would live here in Aspe. Thank you for watching us today.